afternoon to you.
Well, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine. This lady right here next to you?
It's Melania from New York, from Austria.
Hello there, Melania. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
But it's freeing.
It is freeing.
It is freeing when you can say, I pray for them, even though they hate me. I pray for them.
What in the world happened to Melania Trump? Everyone has seen the press conference by now, but no one seems willing to ask the uncomfortable questions. Instead, people are focused on one bizarre moment. Why did the blinds suddenly start opening the second she started talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
The lies linking me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today. The individuals lying about me are devoid of ethical standards, humility, and respect. I do not object to their ignorance, but rather I reject their mean-spirited attempts to defame my reputation. I never been friends with Epstein. Donald and I were invited to the same parties as Epstein from time to time, since overlapping in social circles is common in New York City and Palm Beach.
They're also asking why Melania did not want to talk about Howard Lutnick, a man whose statements have never really lined up with the facts.
Secretary Lutnick to continue serving.
But here is the part that really makes no sense. The White House immediately tried to distance itself from what Melania said.
Yeah, Nicole, that is the question that we're all asking today. In fact, I just got off a very quick call before we went to air with President Trump, who said he was in the middle of a war meeting and that he couldn't talk for very long and had to go, but that actually he had no prior knowledge to the topic that Melania Trump, his wife, was going to be touching upon today in her statement.
This came out of left field for us here covering the White House. The press shop did not give us any insight into what this announcement would be about. That's typical. Oftentimes the First Lady doesn't share a lot of details with the White House communications shop that covers the president on what her announcements might be. We didn't, for instance, get a lot of details ahead of her prior announcement on her efforts bringing home Ukrainian children. But similarly, we had no heads up on this. We're not getting any information from them now, including whether or not the president was aware she would be making this statement.
Think about that for a second. Melania Trump just made it clear that the Epstein situation is not something to laugh off. That directly clashes with what everyone else, including Donald Trump, has been saying.
But I don't understand why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring. And I don't understand why it keeps going. I think really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going.
Now is the time for Congress to act. Epstein was not alone.
So why would Melania make a claim that big without speaking to her husband? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, there are two major theories about this bizarre situation. Some people believe that things between the president and the First Lady might not be going so well. They are pointing to recent appearances where she seemed noticeably distant. Then there is another red flag. President Trump repeatedly called her an actress over and over again during the Easter celebration.
Yeah.
Who is that? I don't know.
He's a movie star. He came in from Hollywood. You know,
This is Melania. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my God.
Big thing, and it was a big thing to our great First Lady, who's here someplace. Let's see. I think this is our First Lady. What do you think of our First Lady? She's a movie star. I don't know. Do we call her First Lady or a movie star? She has the biggest movie. Can you believe this?
A lot of people think this is Melania publicly showing frustration with the president. And to be honest, that won't be surprising at all. After all, she has done it before. In the middle of all of this, an older clip is going viral again. In it, Donald Trump appears to forget where Melania is from.
Good afternoon to you.
Well, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm fine. This lady right here next to
It's
you?
Melania Knaus from New York, from Austria.
Hello there, Melania. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Are you here to buy Churchill Downs by chance?
Well, I'm certainly looking at it. Certainly beautiful, I'll tell you. I can't imagine a better investment.
Now, some people also believe this entire situation is part of a larger plan to push Kash Patel out of the administration, since he famously said that Epstein had no collaborators.
There's no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one
For the information that we have
in the files.
in the case file.
Okay.
And here is where things get really wild. Kash is already under immense pressure right now. The new evidence in the Charlie Kirk case is raising major questions. You probably remember Kash Patel talking about the note in which Tyler Robinson allegedly confessed. Well, now we supposedly know what it said.
The letter reads this, quote, "Luna, if you're reading this per my text, then I'm so sorry. I left the house this morning on a mission and set an auto text. I'm likely dead or facing a lengthy prison sentence. I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk and I took it. I don't know if I will/have succeeded, but I had hoped to make it home to you. I wish we could have lived in a world where this did not feel necessary. I wish I could have stayed for you and lived our lives together. I lack the words to express how much I love you and how very much you mean to me. Please try and find joy in this life. I love you always, Tyler."
As you can imagine, this has raised a lot of questions. First of all, what exactly does Tyler Robinson mean by "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk"? And the source of this note is also pretty wild. We know it was destroyed, and Kash Patel confirmed that himself.
I have the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. That note was written before the shooting. Evidence of its existence, we now have learned, existed before the shooting, was in the location, in the suspect and partner's home. But we have since learned that the note, even though it has been destroyed, we have found forensic evidence of the note.
So then how do they suddenly know what was on it? Apparently, Lance Twiggs took a photo before it was destroyed. That means this key piece of evidence was reconstructed after the fact. Already strange, but it gets even stranger. Twiggs handed over all this key evidence, was released by the FBI the very same day, and then vanished for 5 months before suddenly resurfacing in Texas.
Is Lance Twiggs Tyler Robinson's boyfriend an FBI asset? Lance told the FBI that Tyler Robinson wrote him a letter saying he was going to kill Charlie Kirk. But evidence of the letter does not exist because it was burnt and thrown in the trash. How did the FBI confirm this to be true?
The note, even though it has been destroyed, we have found forensic evidence of the note, and we have confirmed what that note says because of our aggressive interview posture at the FBI.
That must have been some aggressive interview posture because he was released the same day and not charged. His own family told reporters that he struggled with drug, alcohol, and video game abuse and addiction.
Now, while this case keeps unraveling, Erica Kirk continues making viral statements. I told you in my last video how people had been digging up some of her strange claims from the past. Well, she responded to all that criticism by making this statement.
But it's freeing.
It is freeing.
It is freeing when you can say, I pray for them, even though they hate me. I pray for them. Because it frees you from, like you said, Pastor James, that poison.
That's right.
And it frees you from that hold that they could have on your heart because you won't let them break you.
That's
You won't let the world break you.
Right. That's right.
And it's even personal for me. I have two children to raise. I have an organization to run. I have students counting on me to show up. And that is where my energy goes.
Now let's talk about another wild story. A dad teaches his daughter math. She finally gets it. She completes the test and only misses 2 questions. That should be 92%. Instead, the school gives her a 50%. Why? Because she did not use their method.
I have a daughter who is currently in the 4th grade, and she is struggling with multiplying and dividing. This has been an ongoing issue for her because she cannot grasp the concept. She's came to me crying, went to her mom. She's told the teacher, she's tried tutoring, and nothing is seeming to stick. She showed me the method that her teacher is teaching her on how to multiply and divide. They have to break the numbers up into boxes and then do some type of cross maneuvers, whatever type of shit that I didn't learn when I was in school. It's becoming increasingly difficult for my daughter because now they are introducing double digits in the multiplying and dividing, and she just can't get it, right? So I sat her down and I taught her the way that I was taught how to do it because the way that she's learning is very confusing. So I taught her the way that I know. She got it. She got it that way. She was excited. She was no longer crying. And she started getting the right answers whenever it came to multiplying and dividing, right? Now, the problem is they had a test recently. They had a test. And on that test, my daughter scored a 50%. I looked over the test. She only got 2 questions wrong. 2 questions wrong. Her grade should have been a 92. However, she didn't do it the way the teacher taught. She did it the way that I taught. And the paperwork said to show your work. So I go up to the school. And I tell the teacher, hey, my daughter got these questions right. You marked them as wrong. She said, well, she didn't show her work. I said, yes, she did. She showed her work right here, and this is the correct answer. Then she said, well, she didn't do it the way I taught her. Well, I said, it doesn't say to show your work in the way you were taught. It just says to show your work. She still came up with the right answer. You need to change her grade. She said, no, she needs to do it the way I taught her. And if she doesn't do that next time, it will be a 0.
And finally, I want to show you one more clip that is raising eyebrows about the latest NASA mission. A man watching the live stream spots a glitch, and now people are convinced they just caught a CGI malfunction live on air.
All right, I gotta show you guys something. So right here, I'm watching the live stream for the Artemis 2 mission. You can see this is the official NASA YouTube channel. Started 7 days ago. This is the live stream. You can see the cabin, just like that.
Integrity crew,
right here.
To continue.
Look at all those stars. I'm going to rewind just 1 second. Okay. Here's their crew. This is their ship. So far, this is what everything looks like. And in just a moment here, you're going to see stars appear everywhere, just like that. See all those stars?
Go to continue in the umbilical procedure.
What's going on? What are all these stars? They just appeared. They weren't there a second ago. Watch, it's going to get darker here in just a second. Watch, see, it's going to get darker. This is inside the spacecraft. Look at this. That's inside the spacecraft. This is the official NASA YouTube channel. Started 7 days ago. 49,000 people are watching this right now.